Hey, this video is part of Vibe Coding Olympics video series. If you have not seen the main video yet, please go and watch it first. It contains the context for what this video is about. So now that you're back, that means that you want to see how Claude Code ran through this challenge. Let's take a look. Okay, next, let's try to do the same with Claude. So with Claude, it's gonna be a little bit tricky. First, we will need to go and create a folder. Let's consider that a first interaction. Or actually, we need to copy this list first for things that we care about, right? And untick them. And we will have our first interaction on creating a folder for Claude so we can even do it. Let's call this OpenAI Images Claude Code. Let's remember that we started with 72 cents. Okay, so we are starting on part of cost, started with 72 cents spent. Okay, so 72 cents spent. We did one action. We need to open terminal there. So how did we even call it? Yeah, I need to open terminal now there. Code editor comparison. Okay. What? I get it. Can we? Okay, we're finally there. Okay, we're finally in the folder and we can finally start. So when we start, we need, how many actions did I need to do already? I needed to create a folder, I needed to open the terminal in the folder, now I need to confirm something. Honestly, I'm probably not going to be counting confirms. Whether. Where is it? Okay, so I needed to confirm. Yes, I trust it. Okay, now we're gonna give it. Honestly, expect a relatively similar performance to desktop commander. We need to again. The thing I dislike about this, like the terminal UX, is so we need to delete this. Can I? Yeah, I can't even select. Yeah, terminals in my view get in this folder. What? God damn it. Okay. Yeah, I will write down into terminal UX. Ooh. Yeah, sorry guys, not very good. Okay, so do you want to allow Claude to fetch this content? Yes, and don't ask again for platform API. No, okay. Whatever, what is written here. So I needed to do another interaction. Whoosh. That was not fun. Okay, so it's fetching documentation. I think previous two actually failed to fetch documentation. And we have did we write it? Did it fail? Yeah, on UX. Okay, how is it doing? It did got something. Okay, whatever. Do you want to create index? Yes, and don't ask again for this session. What? Why is it not? Yes. Okay, so another interaction. At least in a project that you are working in for a while, it should, okay, what? I've created an essential file, page features. That was fast. Interesting. Open in browser. Another interaction, 6. Yeah, don't ask again. We're comparing full on agent mode. It did open. That was another interaction. Let's see what we got here. We need to copy the key again for OpenAI. Let's put it here. It's interesting they're putting a random new prompt, so we're going to be seeing more and more images types. So no image found in response. That's not good. Not very good message. We do get loading indicators. It did load the thing. It seems it's gonna need to debug a little bit more. Let's say that let's give it some context of what happened. Let's put it here. But it's drawing cats this time. Woo, cats, we're going viral. Cats always help. So I wonder what it's gonna do. Maybe it's actually gonna succeed because it is fetching documentation. So it's editing files to fix something around GPT images. Editing files. I hope it's gonna add. Did we add a new interaction? Yeah, we should have. Where is it? Wait. Okay. We already had so many. Okay, it updated. Let's try again. Oh god, it's also not saving to local storage. AIs, please do this. I don't want to copy paste the key all the time. That's annoying. But we do see loading indicators. Let's see what happens next. By the way, it doesn't have any kind of good design yet. It's the worst design so far. Surprising. The model is the same in all of the cases, by the way. And it actually fixed the thing. It did this part from the first try. And added a note. So actually it works now. That's interesting. It had some more trouble where previous models didn't, and less trouble in cases where previous models did. Okay, let's go next to the next part. So when the browser worked, we had its own errors, we fixed them. Do we need to do that? We actually do need to do that. We need to ask for T columns. That is an additional interaction for our, not this. Wait, we did something wrong about it. Is that the Claude Code? Okay. Yeah, 9. Getting confused. Okay, so it's rewriting a bit. Okay, it's 3 columns now. We need the key again. Well, I mean, it worked. Just to see what it does. I think we can already ask for next prompt. Right? And count it. We did get a bunch of cats. It's in 3 columns now. Okay, great. Let's go to the next. We didn't need to do that. Let's go to the next prompt. Okay. Git init initializes a new Git repository in current directory. I need to allow this kind of operation as well. Seriously? One good thing is about this that as I'm allowing it to, yeah, maybe it's not perfect. I'm allowing it to not ask me next time, but I mean, if we're like allowing specific commands each time, that's too much asking. I actually don't understand what it does. Like one more thing that maybe I would add to UX part, that it's again terminal hard to read, hard to edit, hard to paste. I actually had pretty big problem where it kind of hanged when I pasted on the other day. So terminals are challenging. It asked me about, again, something. It asked me if I would allow adding to Git. Okay. One more interaction. Cool. But it did add a bunch of stuff. So we have license. It did add license, readme, index. Did it do anything else? It did modify the file. It added the footer. That's actually the good thing. That's what my initial run did before, when I was doing this for the first time with Desktop Commander. Okay, it did some things. I created comprehensive README, added license, git ignore, enchant HTML by adding CO. That's cool. Improving security messaging around API key. I wonder about that. Added footer with attribution to GitHub link. Added clear description below the form. Initialize the Git. Okay, let's ask the last thing. So now we want to actually publish it. Use terminal to init Git, add files, push to GitHub using GH. Oops. And that's another interaction. I'm curious to see. So we have created with Claude, that's cool, beyond GitHub link. Okay, your API key is only used to store. Design is still worse. I will not give them point on design. Okay, I need one more interaction to allow one more operation. And one more. So I guess one thing about Claude Code, it's super cautious. It's not even like terminal commands. Like in some of the others, it's like each separate command. Do we want to proceed? And in this case, I cannot allow it to do it always. I will need to like hand hold it. So it's created and opened it in the browser. It's not bad. And now it says for me to go and do it myself that I need to go to settings. Let's count this as a one action that it didn't help me with. Okay. So it's being deployed. I think that's it, right? This is all we wanted to do. We can now go and try to rank it. So does it work? Yes. Has loading indicators? Yes. Has errors? Yes. Design? No. Copyright and license footer? I think it does. Well, it does has a footer. Let's put it to a plus, not really copyright one. API key link, no. Ability to save images, no, right? Cannot. Yep. Use local storage for API keys. This is bad. I really like this feature. Show device prompt, no. Shows loading time, no. Created a screenshot for a README. Honestly, none of them probably gonna do that. Created the license files. Yes. Published to the page. No. So what do we have? Then in the end is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus and minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which means we get -3. So it's better than Visual Studio Code, but worse than Desktop Commander at the moment. And we're gonna look now at price. Price. We started at 72 cents and we are, can I somehow refresh it? Okay, so we can see that cost is $1.32. Let's go. So it's after will be 132. And we had 72 cents in, so we can calculate 132 minus 72, we get 60 cents. So it cost us 60 cents. So far, I think it's also the most expensive one, right? So it's 8 cents and 23 cents, and this one is 60 cents. So far, at least if you're using API key and not Max subscription, then you are getting 60 cents. Actually, let's do it this way. 60 cents through API key, and cost on Max will be the same, because on Max you just you pay 5 times more and you get 5 times more messages. So cost per message is the same. So it would be what? Cost per let's calculate. We'll need to do it again. So it will be 20 bucks on, which will be this. And how many messages did we get? Gonna be hard to calculate. How do my messages look like? This gray one, so it's 1. Oh my god. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 messages so far. 5. I think it will be 6. Right? 6. So, and where is the calculator? And it's 6 cents on Max. Theory, which would make it cheapest because it did it in less less messages were required for me to pull that off. Okay, so that's Claude Code. Okay, now that we saw how Claude Code performed, a couple of comments to summarize. Using it with API key is kind of expensive in comparison to most other tools in the run, but if you are paying $100 for the Max, then it's a good price and you will be able to do a lot of work. The only issue for me is that it's a terminal application that has negative effect on user experience in my view, and puts a lot of other limitations on the tool. Otherwise, it's a pretty good tool. It did take second spot with Silver. Keep that in mind. So, but if you use it with Max subscription, not with API keys. So that's all I have to say about Claude Code. If you found this useful, consider supporting this channel by leaving a like, leaving comments, what you think, sharing. Consider giving super thanks, and there are other links in how you can support me, my channel, and my open source work. Thank you, enjoy, and see you next time.